Since 2019, local anglers have gathered to compete in one of the biggest fishing tournaments in the Chesapeake Bay area. Everything from reeling in the rockfish to boating for the bluefish. This event creates a late season burst of tourism for an extremely noble cause.
And that cause seeks out families that could make the best use of a donation. Now, you may remember back in the spring we met Hunter West, a resilient young boy with complex medical needs and a survivor of shaken baby syndrome. His family told us the story of bringing him home and how being a beneficiary could change their adopted son's life.
Making it all possible is the 6th annual Tangier Classic fishing tournament. With us this afternoon to talk all about that is Coast Country's Gary John, along with the host of Outdoors Delmarva, Jason Lee. Gentlemen, thank you for joining us.
Hi there, guys.
Good to have you.
Thanks for having us.
So we passed you in the hallway. We get to talk to you now.
Yes.
You have been on the Tangier Classic.
Yes, and
What was it like?
This is a very unique tournament because unlike other tournaments where you catch your fish and you bring it into the scales and you weigh it and everybody is, woo-hoo. It's not like this. This is you go out there, you reel your fish in, you actually take a picture on a measuring on a measuring sticker on your boat, and you get a code that coincides with where you are when you caught the fish and the day that you're fishing, and that gets sent in digitally, and then they keep track of this right there on site at the American Legion in Crisfield. So you can actually watch in real time when people are catching fish and what they're catching. It's very neat, and the way that technology has come around to make this a different style tournament is really something cool that they've been able to do in the short 6 years that they've been doing this tournament. And you don't have to fish on a boat. You can fish from land. You can fish from a kayak. As long as you're within the parameters of the fishing area for the Tangier Classic, you can go out there and you can catch whatever you want.
Do you have to be an experienced angler to do it?
No, and I'm glad you brought that up because Trey Beckett from DSN is going to go down there and he's going to fish. Now, Trey is an avid angler, but he's never fished this tournament before, so he's a first timer. So he's going to go down there and he's going to fish, and he's looking forward to it a lot. And he was like, yeah, and he doesn't have a boat, so he's going to be fishing from the land. So he's going to be that symbol of first timer. I don't have a boat, but I really want to do this. Yeah. So you can go down there and you just don't fish too close to Trey if you see him down there, because anglers get very territorial when it comes to that stuff.
Well, okay, so there's also music, party.
And that's one of the coolest parts about the Tangier Classic is that even if you're not an angler, everyone's invited to participate, especially at the Crisfield American Legion on Saturday, September 28th. Maryland's own Jimmy Charles is going to perform. There are tickets available for that, but I think that was one of the cool things I learned about the Tangier Classic last year was it really just turns into a community gathering to come together around a common enjoyment in the sport of fishing, or just the common enjoyment of being able to help your fellow man. And that's what it's all about. And I think that's why we're really proud to be a part of it as a media sponsor, just trying to get the word out, trying to increase the registration ship, but also increase attendance at the Crisfield American Legion on the 28th.
So you don't necessarily have to compete in the tournament to be part of the party?
That's the beautiful part. I mean, you can just hang out at the Legion and just watch the leaderboard. You can, commiserate with your friends and wait for the great music and enjoy some awesome food and just the fun.
He's not wrong. If you've never had the Tangier Classic chicken, let me tell you, it will rival anything else that's out there on Delmarva. Really? And I am a chicken connoisseur, and let me tell you, that's one of the things I look forward to the most.
Wow. Okay, so I'm really good at fishing. I'm no good at catching, but I'm really good at fishing. How do we register?
Well, you go to tangierclassic.com. It's going to have all the information. It's going to have the rules, the registration form, the fees, the timeline. Everything is right there, and it's very simple to peruse through. Tangierclassic.com is the best way to go. But make sure you're following them on Facebook. You're going to find out, more about Hunter and his story, why this is important. You're going to see other beneficiaries from years past and how those families continue to help out with the Tangier Classic. So when you register, when you become a part of this, you're becoming part of not just this year, but years past and hopefully years to come.
There you go.
And can I interject just a thing about that, about the beneficiaries coming back? It's not often when you help an organization or your community, that you get to shake the hand of the person that benefits the most from the time and the money that you put out. I think that's one of the most unique parts of the Tangier Classic, is you get to meet the families that have benefited from this tournament over the last 5 years and the ones that are benefiting this year. And the good feeling that comes from that, I don't think you can put a price tag on.
Wonderful. Guys, thank you so much for coming in.
Thanks for having us.
You betcha.
Good to see you.